Hello everyone, welcome to automations. Automations allow you to automate your trading workflow by creating rules that monitor the market and automatically perform actions when your specified conditions are met. Automations help you react to market events faster, reduce repetitive manual tasks, and execute your trading strategies consistently, even when you're away from your computer. Let's begin with a quick tour of automations. On the left-hand side is a list of your existing automations. Above the list, you'll find the Add Automation button, along with controls to delete completed automations, start selected or all automations, or stop selected or all automations with a single click. The Order By option here allows you to organize your automations by name, description, enabled status, expiry, or creation date, making it easier to manage larger collections of automations. On the right-hand side are two tabs. The Metrics tab provides an overview of the selected automation, displaying its configured conditions, actions, and alerts, together with a chart showing the automation's activity over time. The Feedback tab displays log messages for the selected automation. Messages can be filtered by category, including information, warnings, and errors, making it easy to monitor and troubleshoot your automations. Now let's create one. Bitcoin is currently trading above $60,000. Let's suppose you'd like to have an off-book buy limit order to be placed automatically if the market retraces slightly. Rather than watching the market yourself, we'll let an automation do the work for us. Select Add Automation. Give your automation a meaningful name such as BTC limit entry, and if you'd like, add a description. Every automation consists of three building blocks: conditions, which determine when the automation is triggered; actions, which determine what the automation does; and alerts, which notify you when the automation is triggered. You can configure multiple conditions, actions, and alerts within a single automation, allowing you to create anything from simple workflows to more advanced trading strategies. Let's begin by adding a condition. Select Add Condition and configure a market price condition to trigger when Bitcoin reaches $60,000 so that we can see the automation respond as the market moves. Next, we'll add an action. Select Add Action to open the familiar trade ticket, which was covered in detail in the DMA tutorial. Configure the trade just as you normally would. For this example, we'll create a limit order, selecting the account, order side, quantity, and limit price before saving the action. Now let's configure an alert. Select Add Alert. You can choose from three notification methods. Toast notifications appear directly within Sandwich. Telegram notifications send a message to your connected Telegram account. If you haven't configured Telegram yet, don't worry. We covered that in a separate tutorial. Webhooks send an HTTP request to an external endpoint, making it easy to integrate your automations with external applications or services. For this example, we'll add a simple toast notification so we're notified whenever the automation executes. If you'd like the automation to stop automatically after a certain date and time, configure an expiry. Otherwise, leave it active until you choose to disable it. Now we can select Confirm and start it. Our automation is now active and will immediately begin monitoring the configured conditions. The chart on the right-hand side indicates the distance to trigger, which in this case is the percentage change required for the Bitcoin price to fall before the automation is triggered. This is a very useful tool for visually understanding how close the automation is to being triggered. The chart also indicates when actions were fired and when the automation was edited, providing a clear visual history of the automation's activity. When Bitcoin reaches our target price, Sandwich will automatically submit the configured limit order and send our toast notification. Once you've created an automation, you can easily enable or disable it as needed. Right-clicking an automation opens a context menu with several additional options. From here, you can view the automation's details, edit an existing automation, or clone and edit it to quickly create a variation of an existing workflow. You can also delete an automation, manually run actions and mark as complete, or send automation logs for troubleshooting and support. Let's look at one final example. So far, we've created an automation that waits for a market condition before placing a limit order. Automations can also be used to launch algorithmic orders. For this example, we'll create a second automation containing a single algo order action and no conditions. Select Add Automation, give it a name, and then select Add Action. This time, instead of configuring a standard order, we'll select one of the available execution algorithms and configure it as required. Let's create a Smart TWAP, selecting the order side, quantity, duration, and deviation before saving the action. We'll configure it to buy 0.031 Bitcoin over 5 minutes with a deviation of 2%. Notice that we haven't configured any conditions. Since this automation only contains an action, it won't wait for a trigger. Instead, let's navigate to the Actions tab on the bottom right-hand side. There, you'll find the Run Actions button. Normally, an automation waits for its configured conditions to trigger before executing its actions and alerts. Run Actions bypasses those conditions and immediately executes the configured actions instead. This makes it ideal for testing automations or creating reusable one-click trading workflows. Let's click Run Actions. Notice that the metrics chart immediately records that the action was fired, providing a visual history of the automation's activity. If we now switch over to the Algo Manager, we can see that the algorithm has started successfully. The Algo Manager also indicates that the algorithm was started by an automation, making it easy to identify where the order originated. We'll cover the Algo Manager and its features in more detail in the next tutorial. This example demonstrates just two of the many possible workflows you can build with automations. By combining multiple conditions, actions, and alerts, you can create powerful automations tailored to your own trading strategy. Thank you for watching, and I wish you a profitable day.